It's a really neat geometry question. I'm going to draw a bigger diagram to start with and then highlight the angles that we're interested in. So ADE to start with, that is going to be that one there. And then AHE, this one here. Right, and then of course, this sort of question, a good shout is just to write some angles down that we immediately know. So we've got an equilateral triangle, so they're all 60. To be fair, if I add on all the angles, it might actually make it messy. So I'm just going to put on some of the key ones. So that's going to be 60, and that's going to be 60. For the square, we've got 90 everywhere. So that one in particular is important because I'm actually going to get straight into it now. We've got an isosceles triangle here because they're the same length. And therefore, here I've got 150, and therefore these two must be 15. Let me just say that as you're doing this question, this is a B1 question. You need to be showing your reasoning. So I think it's absolutely fine to say it's 60 degrees. You could, of course, do 180 divided by 3, and then state that DCA is an isosceles triangle because two sides are necessarily the same length, and then make an argument for why it's 15. And then because this one is 90, we've actually found out EDA. It's going to be 75 degrees. Sorry, yeah, ADE rather, but same thing. Yeah, and we're well on our way. Right, I've not yet spoken about the pentagon. That's going to come into play. So the angles in an interior pentagon are 108 degrees. Of course, in this competition, probably best to show you working 3 times 180 over 5, which gives 108, or work out the exterior angle and do 180 minus that, however you want to get there. Now that is important for this, the next part, because look, I've now got an angle around a point. So I've got 108 plus 90 plus 60, that's 150. So I've got 258, and therefore this angle here, angle ABH, is going to be 360 minus 258, or 102. Okay, now again, we've got an isosceles triangle here because the pentagon and the triangle have the same length. So we're pretty much sorted. I've got 78 to split between two. So this is then going to be 39. And actually, I can now see I can return to this one. This is also an isosceles triangle here. But now I've got 108, so I'm left with 72. Split that into two, and I'm going to get 36 here, which means that angle, what was it, AHE is going to be 39 plus 36, which is 75, which makes this question even better because you wouldn't have thought necessarily to start with that that would be the case, but turns out the difference is going to be 0 degrees. So yeah, really nice question where you have to use some different geometrical facts. Just make sure you explain your reasoning along the way. This, like I've kind of said it verbally what I'm doing, but just make sure you get it down on paper. Brilliant.